Welcome everybody to the Sutta Study group. We're going to begin with about 15 minutes of meditation to settle in and to fully arrive and make ourselves ready and receptive for taking in the words of the Buddha. So please be comfortable, and we'll have a silent sit together. I'll ring the gong at the end of the meditation session. So I hope you heard the bell. Someone's message that you didn't. So anyway, we'll conclude the meditation now. And we'll start to look at a sutta together. Welcome again, everyone, to this Sutta Study group. We're looking at the Samyutta Nikaya suttas in the chapter Satipatthāna Saṁyutta. So these are all kind of variations on a theme around the Satipatthana teachings. So for today, we have a wonderful sutta. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Satipatthāna Saṁyutta is chapter 47. Saṁyutta 47:9. And it's called sick in English. Gilāna Sutta, the sutta on sickness. And this is a very touching sutta because it gives us a glimpse at the life of the Buddha in his old age. So I have heard. At one time, the Buddha was staying near Vesali, at the little village of Beluva. There, the Buddha addressed the mendicants. Mendicants, please enter the rainy season residence with whatever friends or acquaintances you have around Vesali. I will commence the rainy season residence right here in the little village of Beluva. Yes, sir, the mendicants replied, and they did as the Buddha said. While the Buddha commenced the rainy season residence right there in the little village of Beluva. After the Buddha had commenced the rainy season residence, he fell severely ill, struck by dreadful pains, close to death. But he endured, unbothered, with mindfulness and situational awareness. And here we see this phrase, Sato sampajañña, which is oft repeated, isn't it, in the Satipaṭṭhāna Sutta. Sati sampajañña, with mindfulness, and Bhante Sujato translates sampajañña as situational awareness. With clear comprehension is the way that Bhikkhu Bodhi translates this word. Sampajañña. Pajano, jhana is to know. Pajano is like a sort of emphasis to really know, to know well, to know clearly. Sampajano, sam is another prefix with, to really bring all the attention to clear comprehension, to clear understanding. Mindfulness plus plus. It's an emphasis, isn't it, on the quality of mindfulness, awareness. So to have this degree of mindfulness, the Buddha, he's sick, he's even on the verge of death, but he's not suffering, he's enduring peacefully. So this is a very good teaching for us, isn't it, and a pointer for us. This is the way that we can relate to sickness, to illness, even to the point of death. If we have this quality well developed of Sati sampajañña. So the Buddha endured unbothered with mindfulness and situational awareness. Then it occurred to the Buddha, it would not be appropriate for me to become fully extinguished before informing my attendants and taking leave of the mendicant Sangha. To pass away. The Buddha uses this phrase, fully extinguished. which is the translation of parinibbayayam, parinibbati. When we pass away, if we have no residue of greed, hatred, or delusion, if there's no unfinished business, then this is the event. Parinibbana. There's a disappearance, there's an extinguishment, it's over. And that is very fine. There's nothing left to hold on to. So it's actually a very interesting way that the Buddha describes his death, his passing, as becoming fully extinguished. However, he's saying this is not the time. I can't do this yet. I can't let go yet, because I have to inform my attendants and take leave of the mendicant Sangha. So he continues, why don't I forcefully suppress this illness, stabilize the life force, and live on? And this is what he did. Then the Buddha's illness died down. So this is very interesting, that the Buddha could actually suppress the illness, stabilize the life force, and live on. This word for stabilizing the life force, I just want to point out, because we see this in other places. The life force, jivata sankhara. The sankhara is like condition, like a formation, isn't it? And jivata, the life formation. So this life formation, what does the Buddha do? Adhiṭṭhāna. He stabilizes it. This word adhiṭṭhāna may be familiar to some of us. Determination. We recognize it as one of the parami. When we determine, I'm going to sit and meditate now for an hour or half an hour. We make an adhiṭṭhāna, we make a determination, and this is developing this parami, this good quality. And in this case, the Buddha is talking about his determination to maintain and continue jivata sankhara, the life force. Quite a lot of interesting biography of the Buddha. What is Sati Sampajañña? What is it to clearly comprehend? In this context, it's very different from what we might at first think. Just in the sense of, to clearly comprehend something, we might think is to study something in depth, to really know a lot of stuff, or to have an intelligence around something that's kind of intellectual, that's kind of in the head, to do with thinking, to do with being clever or being educated. And it's none of those things, of course. Sati Sampajañña is much more profound. It's to really clearly comprehend our experience moment to moment. And the Buddha gave us, the 4 Satipaṭṭhānas, the 4 resorts, or the 4 aspects of experience that we can explore thoroughly. And it is to this that we want to apply clear comprehension, Sati Sampajañña, mindfulness, awareness. So to the body, to the feelings in the body, to the state of mind, and to the mental processes that we experience, the thinking, the concepts, the memories, and so forth. So it's almost to me like there's all the experience out there, and then there's that which is experiencing. And the Buddha's asking us to point our energy, our attention, away from that which is out there and bring it in, bring it here. It's a different lens, isn't it? It's a different perspective. And it is the seeing of experience, not the experiencing in terms of being immersed in our experience, lost in our experience, caught up in the flood, caught up in the streams and the currents of experience. No, we're stepping back and we're witnessing and observing. and this with clear comprehension, this knowing. And it's not easy for us to make that kind of distinction, but the way that we can begin to do so is through meditation practice, right? So it's through simplifying, slowing things down, making space, making time to, stop interacting constantly with the world and put it aside.